What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome to another episode of the 1 hour daily RTG. It is Wednesday, currently 10 past 12 as I'm recording this. And yeah, we have got our team, our best team so far. We've got 1 more hour today. Hopefully today we can improve this team like even more. Currently, I think of the players that are there, maybe 4 of them will remain. McCabe, Rice, Collar and Upamecano. We've obviously got Saliba on the bench as well for our attempt at champs this weekend. Maybe they won't. But without further ado, let's hit the start button on the timer again. And we're going to start, as I said that we would today, in the store, ripping open these 77x5s. Got a stray hair and it's tickling my lips. Now, if you guys are enjoying the content here on the channel, you wouldn't mind dropping a thumbs up. It would be very much appreciated. And yesterday, I've got 81 items in storage. What? Yesterday, I was responding to some comments. Of course, I appreciate your guys' feedback always. I can't get through all the comments, unfortunately. But today, there's even more. There's lots of comments on the video. And so once again, I'm just going to go from the top, or at least from what YouTube says is the top. It's not always the top comment, unfortunately, where YouTube does it. But I was going to rip some packs to try and build some players in to start the daily grind. But I don't think I need to, because if we've got 81 items in the duplicate storage, maybe I saved some 85s in there. I don't think I did. But if we've got 81 items in the duplicate storage, then we don't need to save anything. We don't need to be like building up. These packs, you know, 77x5s, who cares? Mate, because we get special cards out of these, and that's what this is all about, right? Building the Jamie Carragher, building the team up. But yeah, I'm actually going to just stop right there. Thank you very much. And I'm going to move straight on to the 85x10s, maybe. I think the 84x10s might be a little bit pointless. You know, we've been through a few times, actually, why that might be the case. I will just take a little look as well into the duplicate storage to have a look at what we've got, because I honestly can't remember. Can't remember what's in there, which is poor, isn't it? We've got loads of 84s. SBC storage. Okay, so it's a lot of 86s. A lot of 86s. An insane amount of 86s. A ridiculously large amount of 86s. Okay. I think what we'll do is complete a load of 86 exchanges today. That'll be nice. As we build these SBCs, though, guys, the top comment is from C. Wilson. He says, next year, I think it'd be class if you did a concept similar to the Crappers, but instead of using the lowest rated players, you choose a random team from League 2, for example, Colchester, sort of like Wrexham Takeover. The concept is still the same. You grow an actual interest in the club you choose. You find yourself checking their results. Checking their results, everything whilst you grow the team you're building on Ultimate Team. Yeah, I do like that idea. And do you know what I really like the idea of doing it with? Arsenal, but not English Arsenal, but the Argentinian, I believe they are, Arsenal. They didn't have any players in the game this year, but last year they did. And so I personally like the idea. Like, I don't mind the idea, but what I would like to do is probably take the worst team in the game rather than an English team. I don't know. I think it'll be a lot of fun to kind of like one of the things that I'm gonna say, sorry. One of the things that I like about the Crappers is they are unknowns, and so like you state, like we develop like a really fun like relationship with these players that we've never heard of before, and I like that. I like that a lot. But yes, certainly something we can explore for sure. Por favor. We've got Umer says, loving this RTG already. Could happily sit here and listen to you chat for an hour whilst grinding. Good to hear. Good to hear. The wiring, and I'm really hoping that we can get like a premium card today. The wiring says, enjoying this RTG not for the reason that I don't get much time on this game, but mainly for the reason that I spend more time than I need to on this game. This series makes you realize you don't need to spend every waking moment on the game to get the best players and packs. Loving the VizNep. Yeah, thanks for the comment. And it's actually quite funny. I get really attached to my Road to Glory accounts for the same, I guess, same reason that you're kind of talking about and like referencing on. And that reason is, let me do this real quick. That reason is that I invest so much time into it that it just feels right to keep playing. It feels wrong to let it go after spending so much time on it. The Crappers is a little bit easier for me to kind of like pick up and put down because Josh spends a lot of time, especially in the early stages, kind of doing the squad battle stuff and the monotonous stuff. He does a lot of that. Whereas, oh, we've got this. I want to do this right now. Whereas for me, the Arsenal RTG this year, I should have ended that series, like honestly, like 3 months before I did end that series. It got drawn out like way too long. And I think even the meta RTG that I started, I wanted to prove to myself as much as I wanted to prove to anyone that I could get to the Elite Division and I can get 13 wins in Champs. That didn't happen. Like, I think Champs didn't happen because I just genuinely didn't have the skill set this year to make it. But the Elite Division didn't happen because I just couldn't be bothered to get there. You know, that's more of a kind of setup of like, eventually it would have happened. You guys know the way like the rival stuff works. Let's get rid of some of these 86s, I guess. And I struggled to let that one go, actually. I struggled to stop playing that until this weekend. This weekend, I only played 2 games of Champs, and then I didn't finish Champs outside of that. And the reason why is because I saw the FC 26 news, and it made me realize just how close we are to the next game and how, and nothing matters. Like, it really doesn't. And how I want to have fun on this game over the last 2 months that's here with fun experiments, come on, give me I've already got 2 brilliant centre-backs, but Van de Ven's good. I've already got 2 brilliant centre-backs, but Danso's good. Derma. And I kind of just want to have fun. I've already got 2 brilliant centre-backs, but Lukaku's good. Okay, do you know what? That Mark Cucurella might be the play. I know Lukaku's high rated, but we could put Cucurella at left back and we could put McCabe at left mid. He's very good play styles. Yeah, Mr. Mark, he's probably mad cheap. Oh, he's not. Oh, that's a pickup. Love to see that. I lost my train of thought. Let's do these 87s. But yeah, it is, and it always has been true that it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if you don't play this game for a week, a month, 6 months. You can come back and catch back up straight away. And what always gets me is the the SBC players and the objective players and Evo players. If I've spent any time on any of those, like even on my Meta RTG account, I am reluctant to put into SBCs 95 rated objective cards that I will literally never ever use. And I don't know why I become reluctant to put them into an SBC, because I will never use them. But I'm like, I don't want to get rid of them just in case. And it's like there's never a just in case, because next week there'll be another objective card and another SBC and another evolution player. And so just enjoy the now, like use everything. And it's always really fascinating when I do experiments like this, right? Where it's like, I'm going to run out of 85s here, where I do experiments like this, where it's like, I will dump everything into SBCs on this account except the starting 11 because I just don't need it. The whole point is to not have it. And I don't know why I don't have that same mentality with all of the content. Like there are occasions where you're like, oh damn, it would have been nice to have, like the cups this year. There's a few occasions where it's like it would have been nice to have had a really good batch of 88, 89, 90 rated cards, right? It would have been nice. But it wouldn't have made a huge difference because they're so cheap on the market. You could have gone and bought an 88 rated squad full of like the cheapest players, played with them, won the cup, sold them if they sell, discard them if they didn't, and get effectively your money back. And so I think I actually think we all have a weird... No, let me speak for myself. Let me not speak for you. I have a weird attachment to this game where I like hoard. And it's pointless. It's unnecessary. Like, it probably costs more value. You probably lose more value out of the game by hoarding things for later on than if you just ripped things straight away and kind of enjoyed the now, enjoyed the moment. Let's get these player picks open. We're going to be able to build some 85... Oh, some... sorry, beg your pardon. Some 89 exchanges. And that's what I'm going to have to get rid of some 86s. We've just got too much in there. I think towards the last 10 minutes of today's video, we might try and complete the Alphonso Davies SBC. Although saying that, with Cucurella now and McCabe, I don't really need Alphonso Davies anymore. That's quite interesting. Right, let me get some... yeah, let me just do some 86 exchanges. Yeah, the 84. So let me pop the 84x10 back in actually, because there's a comment that I just glanced over that I guess I want to talk about with that. Somebody said, let me find the 86s whilst I can read and do this at the same time. Then, Nskers 00 says, I disagree that the 84x10s are useless. Need to do here. Sorry, I've got. Trying to do like 4 things at once. Let's go all the way up to 95s on this one. Low to high, ignore. Oh, no. Wrong. 86s is what we need. I mean, that does work as well, but don't want to be wasting cards here. Let's go into min overall 86, max overall 86, and bosh. He says, an 89 exchange requires 4 89s, no team of the season, but the 84x10 requires just a team of the season, then 82s. Did everything just go? Therefore, it's much easier to profit. Hold on, sorry, I will get there. What is happening with these things here? Let me back out of it and go back in. Yeah, just make it so difficult, don't they, to do simple things all the time. Let me take out Sam Kerr as well. I want to just have the things that actually mean something to me on here. Therefore, it's much easier to profit from the 84x10s as you only need 2 89s to have profited, whereas you need 5 89s to profit from the exchange. Yes, the difference is minimal, but definitely a good way to supplement your grind if you're running low on 89s. Also, it's different. Anything that makes the grind slightly different is always a positive. I do actually appreciate and agree with that part there. The monotony of just doing 88s and 87 exchanges, player SBCs, back to 88, so it does get boring. So adding something in there as a bit different is correct. I would probably push back a little bit on the whole profitability side of things. If you're talking about like supplementing your grind, the 50 players pack is definitely better because you're getting the 84x10. Yes, it costs you the 489s to do it, but you're also getting an insane amount more players back, which will enable you to do the player picks, the 84x10s, the 85x10s. Like, you actually supplement the grind a hell of a lot more if you're doing everything by opening the 50 player packs than you do by the 84x10s. That being said, I'm not like massively against the 84x10s. We might do them today, we might not. I like the idea of, if you've run out of 89s, it is a good way to kind of like fill your club back up a little bit. Like I actually did it on my Meta RTG account, because I did a few pack experiments on that account. I was like being really, really careless with how I was saving cards for the purposes of the experiment. And so by the end of it, I didn't really have much left. And I thought, now I'm actually going to go and do the 84x10s, the 85x10s. I actually went and built 50 player picks as well to just kind of like fill my club back up. And then I was back to where I was again. So yeah, they do have a use case. I do think though, just for the most part, they're a bit pointless. Personally. We've got Purple Chicken says, I love these kind of RTGs. I decided to join in and do an account alongside yours, but I only go on whilst watching these episodes. That's fun. So far for my first 2 hours, I've managed to accumulate 65,000 coins, done the crafting upgrade, done all 3 icon SBCs, and got Casillas, Foodie, and Barnes. Foodie. And have a solid 96 rated competitive team to go into games with. Brian makes the game easy and fun this time of year. Keep up the good work. Look forward to seeing how our accounts differ by the end of the journeys. Interesting how much you've got, because you've obviously just done it a different way, right? I guess you focused on the crafting upgrade first, and those icon SBCs, and that's given you the icons, the coin balance, and some more elite packs that has probably helped facilitate your team being a bit better than mine. I kind of like I prolonged that a little bit for 2 reasons. The first reason was for the exchange anyway, for the crafting upgrade. I prolonged it for the first reason because obviously we get the SBC bands. I wonder if you use Pale Tools as well, Purple Chicken, or if you did it on the account like I'm doing it, because that also, you know, what I do here in 1 hour, I honestly could do in 10 minutes on Pale Tools. Like, it's so much quicker. But obviously we didn't want to. We wanted to do it this way around for a reason. I should check the back of the packs on these ones. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how the teams differ come the end of it, because it will just go to show how luck-based this game is and can be, and how little, again, going back to that previous comment, how little just actually playing the game makes a difference quite a lot of the time. Jake says, hi Nep, my FIFA/FC dad. What's up, bro? FC26 idea, because it's a World Cup year. I always wanted to do a one nation team for the whole year. I usually do England, but this time I'm going to do a random generator and let it decide. Or I might do Portugal. I know you did an England one a couple of years ago. I really enjoy these types of RTGs. Maybe you could do one of these again. Yes, absolutely. I'm a big fan. Been watching for centuries. Centuries? Jesus, am I that old? You're the true guy of the game. Well, thank you, man. And yeah, like the themed RTGs and the timed RTGs and the the Evo kind of fun teams, whether it's a club, a nation, what we talked about earlier, they're really good. They are really good. I wish EA enabled us, and maybe with repeatable Evos coming in FC26, maybe they will enable us to do this, but I wish EA enabled us to do it all on one account. I don't want to have an account for draft, and an account for my Arsenal Evos, and an account for the crappers, and an account for the Meta RTG. I want to be able to kind of like compartmentalize everything on the same account. You know, that would be fun. That would be that would give us a really good way to like build up an account significantly over the course of the year, where by the end of the year it's like, yeah, look at everything I've worked on for the year, rather than at the end of the year going, all right guys, I'm gonna have to start a new account so that I can do 1 hour of packs every day on it. Like it wouldn't be possible way to facilitate everything, I suppose, but surely there's got to be a better way to kind of facilitate people wanting to build multiple teams, multiple nations of teams, multiple Evo teams. I really like the idea next year of like focusing on playstyles on Evos first before stats. Something that I've done on the Meta RTG. I'm not going to end up finishing those Evos now for the reasons I spoke on basically earlier, but I really enjoyed kind of like figuring out what Evo I wanted where and whatnot. And yeah, it would be really nice to carry on doing something like that. Now, what I'm going to do now, guys, I think I've got 25 to go on the crafting upgrade. We are going to finish this here. I'm getting jealous of the guy that said he's got get rid of that. Yeah, got more than me in the first 2 hours. So we're going to go and build 25 of these right here, right now. Yeah, we'll carry on. So Villaminium says, didn't think I'd enjoy this much. Listening to you in the car on the way to work keeps me happy. Let's go. I'm really excited to see what you end up with come Friday. Yeah, I think Friday, I think tomorrow is going to be the big one, right? Thursday. I think if we can improve the team a little bit here today, maybe I'll do Sam Kerr, depending on what we pack from the Footies crafting. Maybe I'll do Sam Kerr. But if we can improve the team a little bit today, maybe, maybe an SBC, maybe a good pack pool. Tomorrow could be like all right, we've got 1 hour. Let's isolate where the problems are, because obviously now we've got good left back, good left mid. We've got great centre backs. I've got some like good centre mids. We kind of need some quality strikers, quality right mid, quality right back, and quality goalkeeper. That's what we're missing right now. And then we can really look at what we can do in a nuanced fashion of like improving the team. But it's in a situation where maybe tomorrow we focus a little bit more on those icon SBC upgrades on a player SBC to really fill a gap in the team. And today we just run the pack luck and see what we can get from it, because I really would like to have 3 days of gameplay on this account. Yesterday we did improve the team quite a bit, which was quite nice. But yeah, I would really like to have 3 days of gameplay, because I think with three hours of gameplay, I think I can push up to 9 wins generally. But with 2 hours of gameplay, I think 6 wins might be the limit. And so today and tomorrow is going to be really key. But also on Friday, obviously, we get Team 3 of Footies, which is going to have even better players. And so maybe I want to spend an hour or at least half an hour on that on Friday, grinding some packs. And then even on the Saturday and Sunday, maybe even like 5 or 10 minutes just doing the 85x10s or something, just to see if we can sneak like an extra like top end player in here or there. So yeah, we'll have to just see how today goes with it, really. We got Oscar says, Nep, I still use my Arsenal RTG and do agree it's not up to the meta, but when you commit to something like that, you can't expect to have an amazing team to a certain extent. You just have to enjoy the game rather than sweat it. I agree and disagree. And again, I think the thing that I did wrong this year on the Arsenal RTG, and something that I'll learn for next year if I do an Arsenal RTG, I might not. I think I'm going to start with just like a traditional Road to Glory where the aim is to get the best team and have the best players and have the Arsenal thing as like a side project. But the thing that I want to do next year with the Arsenal players again is like what I've done this year with the Crappers towards the back end of the year and what I did on Meta RTG. And that's just wait for the right Evo for a player. I think we've learned a lot this year with playstyles, with base playstyles and playstyle pluses, and how to kind of like build the perfect player. So I might do some Evos, but I think I will restart Evos a lot next year. Like I won't get fully attached to the players. I'd rather like do an SBC, like let's say Gabriel Jesus fits into an Evo, or let's say Gyökeres fits into an Evo, takes him from like an 84 or an 85 up to an 88, and then he's just like my striker for a little while, and then he falls behind a power curve. What I'm not going to do then is just try and like scrimp and scrape for every single Evo that comes his way to like kind of keep in touch with him. I'll just put him into an SBC and then start again. And as the meta develops and as we learn how the game's played and as we learn what we want from players, I'll be able to restart the Arsenal players and give them the playstyles, the playstyle pluses, the skill moves and weak foot, the like everything that really works for them, that really benefits them. I'll be able to give that to them, which will be quite nice. So I'm looking forward to kind of like running the Arsenal Evos a different way, to the point where I can eventually have Arsenal Evos that are in the team for the rest of the game cycle, because I think the possibility is going to be there. And the way that we do it currently is we get Evos that give stat boosts, and then we're stuck with players that have terrible playstyles. So if we focus on getting the playstyles right first, yeah, in those early stages, we might not have these players that we can actually use, because it's like, okay, my Gyökeres is still gold, but I've added low driven and I don't know, the new Travella shot thing. I've added those two to him. I haven't given him any stat boosts though. But eventually we'll get an Evo where it's like, okay, now I can add the stat boost to him. So I'm looking forward to changing that a little bit next year as well. We got, hopefully tournaments are implemented properly in FC26, because I think a series like this one to build team for tournaments could be really fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. How fun would it be? And man, wouldn't it be nice if EA could reintroduce the ability to like restart clubs, right? We used to be able to do 5 a time, five per account. It would be really fun if like once I'm finished with this club, I could just delete it and restart it. But in the early stages, obviously where pack grinding is a lot harder, it could just be fun to be like, right guys, we've got an account where all we've got is a bronze team. The aim is to win the tournament. The road to glory is winning the tournament. That's it. That could be lots and lots of fun, doing like micro RTGs in that regard from early stages. We'll wait to see the way the game is, the way the SBCs are set, the way the Evos are set, the way the tournaments are set with rivals, champs, and challengers, squad battles too. We'll wait to see kind of like how it's all set up, and then we can kind of like really find a fun way to introduce that style of RTG to the channel. I do think that would be good fun and lots of fun. Have we not hit? Surely I've hit something here by now. I feel like we must be like extremely close to the very end. Oh yeah, I've literally got 2 more to go. I was sitting here thinking like, man, I've done a lot of these. We can do 2 more here now as well, and then delete it after that, which is good. The 89 exchange should be an 85 and 10 included instead of an 84x10. Like, yeah, I do think that would be quite nice. But also on Friday when we get Team 3 of Footies and Batch 3 of the players and stuff, I think you're literally going to open a 50 players pack and you're going to get like 10 specials in it. Like, it's just going to be, we are so close to that point in the game cycle where the aim of the game is to pack every single card, including 99s. and have the means to do it as well. We're Wednesday now. We're 2 days away from that effectively being a reality, I think. So I wouldn't personally be like too stressed over the kind of like little things like that in this moment. So we've got an 86x5. Can we get some big cards? Can we get a big footies card out of one of these guys? No from the first one. No from the first one. Let's get the 88x5. Hey, footies, come on. Be a premium footies, please. No, it's another duplicate William Saliba. We are at that stage now. And then an 89x5 doesn't even have a footies card, unless there's a footies icon in here. Wow. All of that grind, and for what? Right, let's get back into then. I'm probably just going to leave those 77x5s there, guys. I don't think they offer much value unless I run out of like 89s or something. I just don't think they're going to help us at all. I think we're going to go and grind again now, some 89. I think maybe we'll finish today doing one of those icon player picks. I think, don't they expire today, though? I think they do. So maybe not. Let's do max overall 95 again. Low to high, ignore position. Oh, I've got quality gold. I should have enough golds. I don't. We just want to reset that. There we go. Yeah, we'll build like, geez, maybe like 10, 15 of these 50 player packs. And that should set us into a good spot. So whilst we're building again, we've got... Peter says, been loving the grind whilst watching this series. I just packed my first 99 in Messi. GG's. I can't believe, again, on any account I've played on so far, I still haven't hit a 99 rated card. That's crazy. Jamie says, I think you shouldn't neglect the coins that you will get from player SBCs and such. Personnel you can get for low coins in this market is outrageous. Yeah, we addressed it. We actually spoke about that in the video that you responded to. So maybe you just didn't get that far into the video yet, but you're absolutely right. Cool Guy Half says, I love this series. You're my favorite FC YouTuber at the moment. Keep up the great work. Thank you, man. I go through peaks and troughs, don't I? I think there's certain parts of the game cycle that really suit what I am and who I am as a content creator. The start of the game really suits who I am as a content creator because I do a really good job at showing people how to kind of like get the best out of limited coins, limited money, limited time, how to get the best out of like not having a meta team. You know, when you get a lot of content creators who are playing with the R9s and the Hullets and the top-end meta golds and Mbappes and the top-end icons, and I'm sitting there running around in champs with an Arsenal team, I think it's way more relatable. That phase is good for me. But then we hit like that mid-game where everybody's got these elite teams now, and I'm still rocking an Arsenal team. And all of a sudden, my content is no longer as valuable because it's not relatable. But then when we get back to the end of the game, the experiments, the RTGs, the themed and time stuff, it lends more into being in my wheelhouse again. And so I think I go through peaks and troughs every game cycle at the moment, where what I offer as a content creator becomes more and less valuable. Maybe something for me to work on for next year to try and find a way to create more valuable content in the mid game rather than just kind of like sticking to what I know and what I do and forcing through it, getting irate at the game, getting that head loss in and like losing part of the core audience that doesn't come back. Maybe we'll try better next year to really improve on that area. Let's finish this pack up here, and then let's go and open some packs. Could be quite fun. Phil Lawrence says, great idea, Nep. I would say you should be able to complete a champs run regardless of time. The hour can be the menu grind specifically. Yeah, I had thought about that, but it then puts like that. It then puts that like mental pressure on of like, oh god, now I'm under the scrutiny of like, if I don't get X amount of wins that people think I should be getting with this team, I'm gonna have to deal with like the backlash of that side of things that comes in, that kind of like more negative side of content creation, where people just judge you, critically, harshly, like extremely, no matter what. One of the great things about having just 1 hour, love that, 1 hour each day for the gameplay is when I back out of a game, it makes sense. Went 1-0 down, backed out. Yeah, obviously, he's only got 1 hour to play the games. It relieves a lot of pressure for me, and it makes me think that I would end up doing better. So maybe for a future one of these, if this goes down well, like I said yesterday, You know, if this does well, if it does kind of like, if it exceeds expectations, we'll probably do another one for Team 5 where we can maybe add some rules, some stipulations. Maybe we'll try and complete a full champs run. But for this week, we are just going to do 1 hour every day. We're going to try and fit in everything that we need to. Of course, got to keep in mind, still need to actually qualify for champs. I think I've got the qualification points because I've played on this account before. So I don't think I need to play some rivals, but maybe something I'll check a little bit later. But we might also need to play some rivals just to get some points in. That would be devastating in terms of the cost of time for the series. Really would be. Lex says, hey, Nep, nice vid as usual. I've been watching you for years and love the content. As an older player and a father, I can relate to you on many things. I agree with you that it's been more fun grinding the game lately than actual playing matches. Yeah, maybe that's something that they're going to fix for next year, man. It does look like they're making a really conscious effort to improve the gameplay experience on FC26. I've been using your method and packed Eto, Vinicius Jr., etc. I've completed all the player SBCs I wanted, and my storage is full of 93 pluses. At this point, I'm just hunting those 99s. Yeah, that is the absolute great thing about the game cycle right now. You can do everything. You can get every SBC, get every objective card. You can build your team up. You can get those 88s that, you know, are not easy to pack, but reasonably easy to pack. It's about building that 99 rated team now, isn't it? It's about hunting for those absolute... Come on, be Mbappe for me. Give me a quality striker. It's about hunting for those absolute elites, and trying to pick those up to just probably play a game or two with and then never play them. I actually remember... Well, I say I remember now. I don't. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but there was one year where I'd packed a 99 Ronaldo and I literally played one game with him, and that was it. And it wasn't like, oh, I took him out of the team and put somebody else back in. It just wasn't worth playing. Like, you know, I was like, oh, Ronaldo, nice, let's go and play a game. Boom, went and played a game, went back to the menu grind again. You know, like, I really, really want to build this year. I didn't do it last year, I got lazy, but I really want to build this year. Let's do this now. Let's do this icon player pick now. I really want to build this year a full 99 rated squad. I didn't do it last year, and I just think, again, it's just one of those things that's just like a fun piece of content. Let's put our 86s in here. Rating high to low. And then for an 89 rated squad, I could probably just put in like that William Saliba from the storage. Oh, I've got loads of 88s. I'm probably going to go and do... That's not actually enough. Probably going to go and do the 88s and 87s and get rid of those. Wow, an 88's not enough either. Maybe a 90? Wouldn't have thought it was, like, too far off. Damn. All right, let's go and put Flint in then. I don't care too much to... Again, I don't need to be precious because time is the thing that will diminish quicker than the fodder. Like, even if I was careless with the fodder now, like, you know, we're 33 minutes almost into today's video. We will run out of time before we run out of fodder, 1,000,000%. But yeah, appreciate that. It says, Mr. Deanface says, need an FC and Panini collab, 100%. Give us an in-game sticker album / card collection where we can either tick off players or submit dupes. Yeah, and I know that EA used to have the collection, like something, I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't called the collection book, but it was something like that. They used to have it in FIFA 10. And it was brilliant. It was lots of fun. They got rid of it because of licensing issues. They even changed, they had to change, guys, the card design back in FIFA 14, I want to say, because Panini had a problem with the square designs that EA had. However, games have moved on. Products have moved on. Just things have moved on, right? And so now we sit here and we say, absolutely, why can't EA and Panini come together, find a partnership? Wouldn't that be great for both of them? Especially for Panini with like boxes and box breaks and that kind of like collection side of things being so valuable now. Imagine like they did something where it's like, you know, it incentivized you maybe even to go and buy Panini sticker books and sticker albums. You know, you scan a QR code off of a pack that you open, and you get to fill up your Panini sticker album on Ultimate Team that gives you a pack at the end of it, like things like that. There absolutely is room for collaboration between the two of them. It would be fun. It would be great. I agree. I think it's the sort of thing that would, again, it would just add a layer of quality to the experience of the user on the game. And yeah, I think it would be absolutely brilliant. Do I think we're ever going to see it? No. At least not in the next few years. I think it's probably not high on EA's priority list, but yeah, from a consumer side of things, it would be lots of fun. Toxic Pork Chop says you should do a video like last year where you resurrect the crappers in the last week of the game and see what crazy Evos you could build. Yep, I agree with that. That'd be fun. Tommy says they're really enjoying the almost Ruin a Random-esque vibes that this series is bringing. Very nostalgic. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It is giving very Ruin a Random vibes. Just chatting, responding to comments, like shooting the poo, pooping the poo. Well, how would we say it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's shut up and get ourselves this 94 plus icon pick. And if this could give us a big 98 or 99 icon, that would be delightful. We're starting with 96 Luis Figo. Well, there's my new right mid if we don't get anyone better. We get 96 Barnes, not interested in him. Oh, another left back, left mid, left wing. What is happening? I'm going to take Smith because that's crazy. I now have McCabe, Smith, and Cucurella as options, and we've got our first 98 rated card. All right, off the back of that, then. No. I can't do the next one. I probably can do the next one. Let me. Okay. Let's just do the next one. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hopefully, I'll have enough players left afterwards to still be able to start grinding some pack content and stuff. But yeah, let's. We'll be able to clear out all of these 86s that we've got and 85s that we've got. We'll be able to clear out a lot of this like really high level fodder that we've got, and we'll see what we're left with afterwards. And if I do have to sit here and start ripping open those 77x5s as a way to replenish the fodder, then so be it. I think the fact that we've just managed to get anyway. Tell me I've got enough 88s here, I have you. The fact that we just managed to get anyway a 98 rated, if we can get even one quality striker from these this setup here, that will be absolutely brilliant. 87s in here. Should have enough 87s and 88s because I haven't been putting them into SBCs. 87s are the hardest ones to get, by the way, guys. There are not many 87... Hello? What is happening? There are not... One short. Yeah, well, there you go. There are not many 87s in the game. And so, yeah, they are... Oh, an 89. They are quite tricky to fill in the 87 rated 8 87s segment. So we'll do this second icon. And then I think we're going to have to rip some packs to try and rebuild even like 4 or 5 87s in there. I don't mind, using the 86, 85s and 84s in here with like a really big duplicate storage player. Like we've got, I know, a few Inigo Martinez cards in there and stuff that's really going to make this a bit easier. So I'll put Martinez in there. That's not enough. So we'll go and put that done in here. And that should be enough there. Yeah, that's a nice 88 team. It might even be close to an 89 team. But again, the essence of time here is super valuable. And this again, for the guy that was speaking earlier, or the comment that I read earlier, this is where you like easily build up coins. Now, we haven't actually packed anything. But if you hit one special, worst case scenario, you discard it for 10,000 coins. We're now up to 30,000 coins. We'll be close to probably like 40 or 50,000 coins. Actually, we'll probably be close to 50 or 60,000 coins by the time we finish everything that we've got going on here, which then does leave us in a position where it's like, okay, what can we buy? And in fact, let me, whilst I do this, rip open these packs. Let's get on to Footbin. Let's go and have a look at the Footies Team 2 squad. What can we buy for around 60,000 coins? We can buy Aurelian Chouameni is 99,000 coins. My midfielders are quite set anyway, so it'd have to be attackers that I'd look for. Let's send that up to the trade pile. Nothing else doing there. Yeah, Marcus Thuram, 50,000 coins. Quick Step Plus, Power Shot Plus, Finesse Shot Plus could be good. Kanu is 15,000 coins. Like, he could be quite good. He could be quite fun. Carlos Puyol we could buy for that right back spot. That could be quite fun. Like, there's going to be opportunities here for us to buy some players. And even if we look at Footies Team 1, Carlos Tevez, who I really liked in game actually, is 88,000 coins. We can get to 88,000 coins comfortably. We're already halfway there. We're at 42,000 already. So yeah, like buying a player or two, certainly on the cards. However, let's get player pick number 2, and then we will go and grind some more, and we will. I will end today's episode on the last player pick. Let's see what we can get. Can we get another big player? 97 Stoichkov. That's not bad. 97 Casillas. We've got an abundance of centre mids again. 96 John Barnes there again, and lastly, 94 Laurent Blanc. I don't need centre backs. Who do I want more here? Who's got? Has either of these guys got Tiki Taka Plus or Tiki Taka? They both have. Oh, I think I like Casillas' playstyles more as a midfielder. I know he's cheap, but hey, we'll take him either way. And let's get back into grinding a few 89s, guys. Let's build up some 89s again. I think I've still got enough 89 pluses to really pick up a whole bunch of packs. We want rating low to high, and let's go and hit the grind again. We'll try and build like 10 maybe of these. We'll rip open the 10. From that, we should get enough 87s and 88s to like kind of go and do the next SBC, the next like icon SBC. And they actually took a little bit less time than I thought. I didn't do them yesterday because I sat there and I thought to myself, 5 squads, maybe it's a bit finicky, especially if we're looking for the 88s and 87 specific like players. But it only took us a couple of minutes for each one there. Maybe like 4 minutes for each one. So it's not too bad. We'll make sure to leave ourselves about 6 or 7 minutes spare before we do that, so we can open those final packs and then build like whatever with the final pack. But yeah, we've actually hit some nice players. It's unreal, isn't it, that Alphonso Davies at the start of yesterday's episode was somebody that was going to be really important to this account, because it's like, yeah, he's a really good SBC. He's cheap. He's only 7 squads. Like, it's really easy to kind of like put together. Oh, I suppose we did get Iago Aspas at SBC yesterday. He might be our striker, actually. He's 1 squad, just an 88, so I think we'll complete him. But yeah, we've gone from Alphonso Davies being like a dead set for the team to packing Katie McCabe. Okay, she can go left mid. Then packing the Cucurella card. Okay, he's going to go left back now. Katie McCabe goes left mid. No need for Alphonso Davies. To, oh, now we've got Kelly Smith. 98 rated cards. She's going to go in at left back or left mid. So either McCabe or Cucurella is now irrelevant, which also means completing Alphonso Davies becomes largely irrelevant as well. And it's hilarious how I've gone from desperately needing an SBC left back to not needing it at all. And yeah, the team is building. Even looking at like that Stoichkov and Casillas, both reasonable cards, but I think Declan Rice and Park are probably. I actually think Declan Rice and Casillas will be my my midfield in this moment. I would love to be able to fit like a Bruno Fernandes or a Vitinha in there, but I just think they're too many squads. That's a sort of area where you're like, okay, you're wasting way too much time on one position player, unless we get to a situation where we pack a couple of quality strikers and we're sat there like, okay, do you know what? Actually, I can spend the time on this one particular player SBC because it makes sense. Look at that. Straight away, we're like blessing ourselves again with some good players. So yeah, also for the Greats of the Game and the Women's Path to Glory cards. So the Greats of the Game, we've got Prinz. Not necessarily sure she'd be fun for me, but she's 97 rated, 26,000 coins. That's quite a fun card. Pichon, 97 rated, 20,000 coins. That's quite a fun card. Sasic is 17,000 coins. Essler is 30,000 coins. Alex Scott is extinct. I guess now because England have made it to the final, but yeah, she'll be going to a... I don't even know what she'll be going to, actually. But there's some fun, like, well, another left-back, Sonia Bonpastor is there. Yeah, not really too many players there, but the actual Path to Glory women... There's a few, like Hezberg at 18,000 coins. She's got low driven plus, first touch plus, and technical plus with finesse shot plus. Like, that is a brilliant card. And for just 18,000 coins, I actually think Hegerberg would be really good in our team. Who else is there that's like quite a good price point for us? Not really anyone, because they're all expensive because they're all getting to the final now. But yeah, I think Hegerberg, she could be a really fun one to have up front. So maybe her and Kerr or her and Aspas. could be our strike force. We'll take a little look at the team, obviously, at the end of the hour again. We're at 45 minutes now. We are still not getting luck with these packs, really, are we? Like, the fact that we haven't packed, you know, our only 98 has come from that player pick, the icon player pick, for a card that hasn't been in packs for, what, a week or two, is a bit mad. It is a bit mad. My luck has not quite been there when it comes to ripping the packs. I wasn't really paying attention to how many 87s we put in here, but I think we'll go and do that icon SBC now. Finish it. We'll get it out the way. Yeah, we'll polish that off. I always like grimace a little bit when I send everything into the club like that, because there could have been a massive icon at the back there that I just didn't see. But let's go and get that next icon SBC in. And of course, they reset tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow we can do this again and get these done again. And then what have we got? Oh, wrong. I pulled the old video up. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, let's focus here. So let's pop our 86 rated squad back in here. 86 down to 83s doesn't really matter, does it? 86 rated. Then let's go and pop our two big. Set it low to high. Whoopsie. Let's go and put our two big duplicate players in there. We had a couple of team of the seasons again that we saved in the SBC storage, and again we're so blessed. I guess we'll use a Florian Wirtz, guys. Right there. Let's put Ibanez in there. Let's go and get the 89 Allison. Perhaps is that enough? Nope. All right, let's go into the club then. Do we have like a 91, a 90 Donnarumma? Yes, that's enough. Bosh. And again, I'll open all the packs afterwards. Like, you know, they're not sensational packs. They're not really like that engaging as far as packs go. So let's go and get our 88s. I'm going to try and get the video back up here, guys. Sorry. I paused. I closed the wrong thing. Go back down to the comment section. There's a, hey, I had a 8 to 9 win goal in champs. I tested giving away the first 3 wins, and I would win the next 3 to 4 really easy and really quickly. Then I would give away 2 games. Then just play out the rest with full focus. Another benefit is you only play 6 to 7 games max in full sweat mode. You used to get the wins very quickly too. Yeah, I like that strategy actually. You know, give away the first three games. You come up against, in theory, easier opponents. So you get to 3-3 or 4 wins, 3 losses, like really, really quickly. And then you're already halfway through your games. And if you're only looking to go to 8 or 9 wins, at that point, did you say you give away 2 more? Yeah, you give away 2 more games. So what do you go to, like 4-4 or 4-5 or 5-4, like really, really quickly? And then it's about how much can you get out of those next few games. And if you only have to full focus on those last few games, getting to 8 or 9 wins could be, yeah, really, really, really quick, really, really easy. You avoid all the sweat, and like, you know, when you're like 4-4 or 5-4, you're playing against still poor players that are like games in. So yeah, we could try that potentially. We could try that potentially on here. I think that could be quite fun. Like literally going in, giving away the first 3 wins, and then trying to get 3 or 4 wins within that hour. Yeah, I like that. I like that. What I will have to do though is I will just have to be like on point, man. You know what I mean? Like I won't be able to be sitting there like trying to fumble my way through games and be like, oh, like, you know, I need a warm-up game or whatever. I'll have to be going into that situation where I'm 0-3 and just battering people to make full sure that we're getting quick wins. And who knows, if it works out as a situation, we might be able to get through the games in an hour. That would be fascinating, wouldn't it? Imagine we managed to get through it all in 1 hour. That'd be hilarious if we managed to get all 15 games done like that quick. I don't think that would be the case, but it would certainly make for an interesting video, wouldn't it? Right, I need to get a team of the season in here. Let's pop Trinity Rodman. We've got loads of fodder still as well to carry on grinding now. So here's our last player pick for the icons for today. Can we be blessed again with another big player? 96 Luis Figo. Might take him this time. 97 Casillas, we already have. 96 John Barnes. It's basically the same players every time, isn't it? And 95 Buffon. Okay. Ooh. Surprised I haven't packed 98 Buffon yet. But yeah, we'll take Luis Figo. So he will now be our right winger. So we've got, if memory serves now, we've got 95s again here. If memory serves now, we've got Buffon 95 in goal. I would like to pack his 98, mind you. I don't yet have a quality right back. That's still something on the cards for us to get. We've got a combination of Koller, Upamecano, and Saliba as centre backs. We've got three choices there, and then we've got Cucurella or Smith at left back. Left mid, we've got McCabe or Smith as well. Centre mid, we've got Rice and Casillas or Rice and Park. Right mid is now Luis Figo. I would still like to improve that right mid spot. And there's me being a SBC banned again. So let me log in and log back out. Otherwise, it won't set me in. So we'll give it. We'll give ourselves like a bonus minute again. Yeah, we'll have Casillas and Rice centre mid. Figo at right mid. Would like to improve upon Figo, and then up front, either Aspas and Kerr, or maybe Hegerberg. We'll go and buy Hegerberg and Kerr up front. Or Tevez as well. Tevez could be a really fun option to purchase. All of a sudden, I already feel confident enough that that team, without tomorrow's grind, could give us enough to get the 8-9 wins. So I feel confident already that we could do good with that. What I might do tomorrow then, I think we'll spend tomorrow's episode then, guys. I think we'll spend tomorrow's episode getting the icon picks in again, focusing on those icon picks specifically, focusing on that Kerr and Aspas SBC, just to have them done in case I do want to use them. And then we'll focus a lot tomorrow on actually building packs and saving them rather than opening them, so that when Friday rolls around and we do the Friday, I won't be able to. That's difficult, isn't it? I'm not going to be able to do Friday's grind pre 6 PM and get it up. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because it just takes too long to edit it, and I'll speak to Josh about it, see if we can manage to squeeze it in over the line. But ideally, I'd like to spend some time trying to... Yes, even for champs, like, it's post 6 PM that the champs comes. So it's not like I can even go and play some champs games first and then improve the team afterwards. But where I was getting at is, I wouldn't mind saving some packs after tomorrow, save for Friday, to have the opportunity, let's say, to actually pack some of the new team. I'll have to have a little chin wag with Josh to see what like the best course of action there may be for us. Let's rip these packs here. So we've got about 9 minutes to go. That was a nice pack. It would be nice to get one special card though, wouldn't it? What are we up to for coins? We're on 46,500 coins now. Yeah, we've got about 9 minutes to go, so I'll just go and focus on driving these 50-player packs. For some reason, I just want to call them 90-rated exchanges, and they're not. They're 89s. I don't know why 90 just keeps coming into my head. 5,500 coins for that. Those icon SBCs were good, and of course we will double our coin balance by doing the ones tomorrow as well. So we'll actually be over 100,000 coins guaranteed tomorrow. That gives us a lot of potential, quite honestly, to go and buy even a couple of like quality players, which could be quite nice. But we're at 58,000 coins now. So yeah, we'll spend the next few minutes here just grinding the 89s more. We've got lots. I could probably still build about 10 or 15 of these before we get to that point in time where it's like we're giving up cards that we really don't want to. There you go. That's the kind of the best of what we've got. Sam's is our best right back. Let's drop this back down to 95. Let's pop this back up. Ooh, let's go this way. Pop this back up to 89. Sort by rating, low to high, storage all, and let's go some more. Okay, I can turn that in, but obviously I didn't switch the position thing off, so we've got to do that as well now, just to make sure We're not going to accidentally throw away some cards that are really, really important to us. And there we go. See, we're still putting 89s and 90s in. That's really, really good. So yeah, I think like it would be nice to build a pack bank and just save some packs for when the new content drops, instead of having to sit there and fumble making packs. Quite surprising, actually, how many 94s we've got here. And this is where I think people's grind stops sometimes. And this is why I'm happy to just do this all the way up to 95s. People save these cards. Oh, I'm not putting 94s in an 89 exchange. I'll use that for player SBCs or whatever. You don't need to. You could do the player SBCs as well, right? Go and get your player SBCs done. Finish all of them off. Polish all of them off. Like, it's not hard. And then just start dumping these. Like, even like I was putting 97s back into the exchange the other day. Just because it's like, what am I going to do with a 97 Upamecano duplicate? I've done every Icon SBC. I've done every player SBC bar Iago Aspas. Like, what value do I genuinely get out of saving a 5 97 Upamecanos, 4 William Salibas? And I tell you what the value is, and I tell you where the value is. It's when another SBC comes and you can just do it immediately. That's your value, right? That's where the value's at. It's, oh, when insert Icon SBC comes out tomorrow, I can just go and complete that instantly. And that is great. But if you do it this way instead, okay, maybe you won't be able to complete it instantly. You'll still be able to complete it. You still will. So we've got 4 minutes until the hour's up. But as I say, I'm going to give myself an extra like 60 to 90 seconds because of having to change consoles yet again. So I think we'll get rid of the 88s. Yeah, see, doing those 3 Icon SBCs, guys, has absolutely crucified our fodder. I don't know if we're going to have enough to do all 3 of them straight away tomorrow. They might have to be like after the end of the hour, and we'll do it towards the back end. We'll have to wait and see. Alternatively, I could grind the 87s and 86s in. But I think I'd rather use the 87s and 86s in the squads with a couple of high-rated players. So kind of like what the play is going to be now is we're going to rip these packs open. If we can get into the store, that is. We're going to rip these packs open. This will give us... Oh, come on. Give me a 99. Come on, EA. Make it happen. Day 3. Oh, it's 96 Flint again. Yeah, what we get, the content that we get from these packs here is what we'll start with tomorrow for the 85x10s, the player picks again, and anything else that we can grind that will be good value. And then we'll probably look at doing 1 Icon SBC at a time. Obviously, the thing that we need the most isn't the high-rated cards right now. The thing that we need the most is the 88s and 87s. We need to pick up, what is it, like 24 87 rated cards and 24 88 rated cards. The 88s, there's a lot of them because there's a lot of 88 specials in packs right now. But the 87s, I actually think there's only about like 10 or 12 87 rated gold cards in packs in the game. And so it becomes increasingly difficult to pack cards that you need for that regard. I don't mind putting 89s in there and stuff, but I put some 89s in there before, and it's like, what does it do? It ends up costing you an exchange pack, a 90, a 50-player exchange pack, and that's not necessarily the smartest thing to do. So in this moment, absolutely love getting 87 rated duplicates. They are going to come in very handy. We've got 2 minutes left on the clock, and then, as I say, I would have given myself an extra minute or so, but I think these 7 packs here will probably just take up the time that we have, the time that we had. 97 Debinia, another. Oh, there's our right mid. Love that. Love that. Yeah, we'll rip these packs now, guys, and then we'll just go ahead and take a look at what the team looks like after the end of episode 3 compared to what it looked like at the start. And it will be interesting. I keep building it at the start because I find it fascinating to see which players I'm putting back into SBCs and which players are maintaining in the team. There's a couple of 88 dupes as well. Lovely. All right, so we're getting into a healthy spot for these icon picks again tomorrow, which is very nice. We've got 5 packs to go, and in any case, I've got 2 minutes. It's going to probably take me the perfectly allotted amount of time. S87 duplicates, thank you very much. Yeah, it's probably going to take me the perfectly allotted amount of time anyway to just rip through these packs. And another fine episode, guys, and we have improved the team, not to the degree I would have wanted. Smith is decent, but a position that we already had covered, which is a bit of a shame. Debinya is decent, but not an elite level player. Casillas the same. He's decent, but not an elite level player. But yeah, I think the team has certainly improved, which is nice. What do we get out of these last picks, though? Some more dupes, 87s. I'm actually going to save those 85s as well, because they're going to come in handy for those player picks tomorrow. And we've got 20 seconds before the hour is officially up. And then the extra minute on top, which, yeah, we'll use for that final 50 players pack, guys. Although, we're not really. We're kind of like within the budget anyway of time. Anything towards the back end here? Nothing. And so the last pack for today, guys, before going to rebuild the team and seeing what we've got. Can we end with a footies? No, it's a team of the season. It looks like Berenstein, who I did use in an SBC. Ooh, Ronald Koeman. Again, just good for an SBC. We got, I mean, listen, there's some good fodder in these packs, which is absolutely needed and absolutely fantastic to help the rebuild again. But hour 3 is done, guys. 3 hours is all we spent on this account. No Pale Tools, no web app extension, no gameplay so far. We started with 1 bronze card. This is what the team looked like at the start of the episode. So we got rid of Evander, Renard, Inigo Martinez, and Lucy Bronze in Evos, along with the couple of strikers there. So in goal now, we have Buffon, so that's an upgrade. In at right back, we still have, we only have Sams. At striker now, our best strikers are Mateo. Oh, we've actually got Mateo in here anyway. So we got rid of and then earned back Mateo. And then instead of free gang, our striker is going to be, you know what, the Harry Kane's actually all right. Finesse shot plus and low driven plus. And then in terms of like just high quality players, Smith, Casillas, Debinya, Oman, Cucurella. I didn't even know that Bonmati was there. Must have packed her in a pack that I didn't even see. I was going to put Figo at right mid, but I think Debinya with quick step plus, 5-star, 5-star, ping pass plus, tiki taka plus. She's going to be the right mid now over Lauren James. I think Casillas over. Oh, do you know what? Park's tiki plus as well. No, I think Park and Rice are going to remain as the centre mids, unless I put Park at left mid. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, no. Let's not do that. Park is not going left mid because Smith is going in at left mid. Koeman comes onto the bench now. And Casillas on for Berenstein. We'll bring Luis Figo on over Diaby. I obviously want Saliba in. 2 Arsenal players. Well, actually 3 Arsenal players and an ex-Arsenal player in the starting 11. That's hilarious. And yeah, that's where we're at, guys. So this is the team at the end of the 3rd hour. That is going to be the end of the video for today. If you enjoyed it, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.